I'm Adrian, the cruise and travel guy, and in this week's cruise news update, is Royal Caribbean about to build a brand new small ship? Plus, P&O Australia celebrates its 90th anniversary in Sydney, and Princess overhauls its complimentary dining, with most people coming away losers. Last week, it was widely reported that Amsterdam had banned cruising. Although various news headlines boldly claimed that cruising would be no more from the Netherlands' capital city, the reality was a little different. Amsterdam City Council members did vote to ban cruising, but the result of that vote was only a recommendation. The main pain points for council members being pollution and excessive crowd numbers. Both issues, Clear says, can be managed with port and infrastructure upgrades, including ship-to-shore power that Passenger Terminal Amsterdam has already committed to. So cruising to and from Amsterdam has not been banned, and it will not be banned for the foreseeable future. Earlier this week, I was reminiscing about my time spent on board one of my favorite ships of all time, Radiance of the Seas. It occurred to me that Royal Caribbean should invest in renewing these fine vessels. All 4 of the Radiance Class ships are 90,000 gross tons and filled with light and views thanks to their expanses of glass. They make perfect ships for destination-focused cruising, and in fact I think complement the giants of the seas, the Oasis and Icon Class ships that the cruise line is investing heavily in. Personally, I think that it's really important to offer a different cruise experience that I believe people are still seeking. During a recent Q&A, Royal Caribbean President Michael Bayley was asked by a travel agent if the cruise line would ever consider building a small ship. In his response, Bayley acknowledged that its smaller ships were getting on in years, with the Radiance of the Seas now having been in service for over 20 years, and admitted the cruise line was discussing the issue. He said, "It is something that's certainly deeply in our consideration and our planning at the moment, that we have a lot of conceptual work going on." He added, though, that no decisions have been made. Recently, Celebrity Cruises, another Royal Caribbean Group cruise member, underwent a huge revitalization of its oldest ships. In fact, its Millennium class vessels are the same size and of the same era as Royal Caribbean's Radiance Class. Both Millennium and Summit were completely revolutionized, with new staterooms and public areas modernizing the otherwise 20-plus-year-old ships. Truly, I think Royal Caribbean could do something similar. Assuming these ships are still running well, there's really very little reason the cruise line couldn't invest the money to make sure that they could still offer a range of adult, destination-focused cruising for its passengers that still enjoy that. With the cost of new builds hitting billion-dollar levels, one can imagine that an interior makeover would be a relative bargain. Time will tell. Just a quick note, if you are enjoying this video, I would love it if you could subscribe to the channel, and a thumbs up will tell YouTube that other people might like it too. P&O Australia celebrated its 90th anniversary in Sydney this week, as it invited members of media and travel to celebrate the occasion on board Pacific Adventure. There was a morning tea and special performance by the ship's godmother, Ricky Lee. P&O's first leisure cruise departed in 1932 for a cruise to Norfolk Island. More than 90 years later, the cruise line is still really the only Australian cruise line to exist, and for many of us locals, it was our first experience ever cruising. Finally this week, Princess has announced some changes to its complimentary dining inclusions. Passengers who choose Princess's standard fare are the overall losers. Those guests will have to pay a one-off fee of $22.99 Australian or US $14.99 to activate Ocean Now delivery. That's the delivery service that lets you order things from your smartphone and have them delivered wherever you are, including your stateroom. Room service orders for guests who have not activated Ocean Now delivery will cost $7.50 Australian or US $5 per order. Additionally, casual dining venues such as Alfredo's or Gigi's Pizzeria will now only be complimentary for the entire duration of the cruise for guests that choose the top Princess Premier fare tier. For Princess Plus guests, they'll receive 2 complimentary casual dining meals per cruise, inclusive of an appetizer, main and dessert, and valued at $22.99 Australian or US $14.99 per person. Top deck pizza, grill items, and soft serve remain complimentary for all guests, as well as the main dining room, buffet, and international cafe. The change is a hit to Princess's complimentary dining venues, and I'm interested to see what the response is from Princess faithful and other cruising fans over the next couple of weeks. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Well, that's it for this week's cruise news update. Wherever you are, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are looking to book a cruise, you can head to my website, thecruiseandtravelguy.com.au. And if you haven't done so yet, you can give me a follow on Facebook and Instagram at The Cruise and Travel Guy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. The main point, both issues, Clear says, can be managed with Both issues, Clear says, can be managed with port infrastructure, and both of those are apparently underway with port terminal, passenger terminal,